Get ready with me while I walk you through my story of how I became Apple's first ever Canadian intern. I was in my second year just trying to find an internship, the usual, as like everybody else is trying to do. And I was also on exchange in Paris for that year. So I wanted to do something different than my first year internship, which was working for the Raptors and the Maple Leafs and doing kind of their branding and their brand management and stuff, which was really cool. I just didn't think that it was kind of the future for me. So after doing like so many different interviews, so many different coffee chats, I had to use like my networking connections. I still was not landing anything. And by this point, like all of my friends, everybody I knew was like getting something. So I ended up just working for this like country club and kind of doing their like accounting stuff and then like trying out serving, which did not take for me. I was still like applying to different things on LinkedIn, and one of the bigger things that changed my application was I just looked at it brutally and was like, okay, this looks childish, this looks stupid, my personal branding looks like it's all over the place. So I was really just trying to hone in on making things cohesive. After doing that, I saw the posting of Apple, and so I was like, okay, like this seems like really cool, I want to apply for this, let's see. I really doubt I would get this is like something that like over 2,000 3,000 people have already applied to. Like a couple of days later, I basically got an email, this recruiter being like, hey, like we want to book you in for an interview for the role that you applied for to be an intern at Apple. And so I literally went to go Google this woman, check that she was certified and verified, and that I'm not actually being like clowned or scammed. So the first step was to meet with a recruiter. Like it was just your like standard kind of questions. What's your salary? What's your availability? What's your like time before you're available to like work? They were like, yeah, perfect. Like let's set up an interview for you. During this interview with my manager, he was just more so interested in the startup that I had, when like what I want to do while I like at my time at like Apple and stuff. And he was like, yeah, so I want you to kind of like meet the team, do an interview with them kind of thing. And I was like, cool. And that would be like my third interview by this point. And so that was like pretty interesting. Like trying to ask me questions in the interview was like more so like if you were working in the UN, like how would you kind of picture yourself trying to describe this like story? They were like trying to do conflict-based questions in like a very interesting way, which is something I typically do in my coaching. So if you want to check that out, you can totally check that out. Started working and I was the youngest there. I was the first intern they've ever hired. It's really the best experience I've had. I know a lot of people have their hesitancies about big tech, but I would say if you are someone who does not know what they're doing, they figure out what they like and what they don't like. I would say don't even be scared to try something in the corporate realm. Don't be scared of big tech. It's honestly such a fun and rewarding experience. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Get ready with me. If you want more tailored plans for you to figure out how to land your internship or new grad role, check the link in the bio for free and book a free consultation with me. Love you guys.